respects. Take your pick.
Master Bushek?
Aye?
I'm Henry of Skalitz. I'm interested in Master Skoda's old burnt-down forge. I spoke to his widow, Magdaleny, about it.
For Christ's sake. She didn't pull you in off the street, did she? The mad old crone?
Well, more or less.
Old age must be sad. All I can tell you about the forge is the same thing I tell Magdalena when she bothers me about it. Even getting the building back into its original state would mean pouring a fortune into it.
I'd take care of the money.
Aye, but only a member of the Kuttenberg Blacksmiths Guild can work the trade around here. And you're not a member.
Could I join the guild?
It's not that simple. The guild is a private society made up of Kuttenberg burghers, and the other masters aren't too trusting when it comes to outsiders. So I reckon they won't be too keen on the idea.
Does that mean I don't have a chance?
I didn't say that. I believe everyone should have a chance, even an outsider. But as a master, my opinion has weight. But first, you'll be required to meet 3 conditions.
Which are?
First, you have to come from a respectable family. Second, you have to have blacksmithing experience. And third, you'll have to compete the guild trial. Tell me, blacksmith, what sort of family do you come from? And what's your work experience?
As far as experience, I worked for Master Radovan of Takhov. I'm sure he'd be happy to confirm it.
Takhov? Takhov? I don't even know where that is, to tell you the truth.
The finest forge in the Trotsky region. Lord von Berghoff himself had his sword forged there.
Von Berghoff, the royal chamberlain? Can you prove you're not making it up?
Should I go and get a letter of recommendation from him?
No need. I'll trust you. But if the other masters happen to ask, be ready for anything.
Not only do I come from a respectable family, but a blacksmith's family too. You probably knew my father.
Oh? Where would I know him from?
From here. His name was Martin, and he used to be old Skoda's apprentice.
Wait. Martin? Your pa is Frisky Martin?
Frisky?
Aye, of course, Frisky. We used to call him that because, well, that doesn't matter. How's he doing these days?
I'm afraid he's no longer with us. He was killed during the raid on Skalitz.
Christ. I'm very sorry to hear that. When I knew him, he seemed like a good bloke and quite a talented swordsmith. Some of the masters were good friends of his. They were the same age at that time. To tell you the truth, that will likely affect your chances as a contender. As Frisky's son, you'll have a great opportunity to make an impression. So you'd better make the most of it. It seems answering questions about your family and experience won't give you trouble. Now for the most important part. Are you ready for the guild trial?
What does the guild trial involve?
The guild trial consists of a verbal exam and a practical exam. First, you'll have to answer a few tricky questions from my colleagues. And after that, you'll forge a sword to the best of your abilities right before their eyes. Of course, the trial comes at a small fee for each try. Well then, do you feel up to it?
What does the verbal exam entail?
In short, all the basics every good blacksmith should know. Can you read, at least a little?
I can. Quite well, in fact.
Glad to hear it. Everything you need to know is neatly laid out in this handbook on blacksmithing. And for a small fee, I'd be happy to sell it to you.
I'm interested in the handbook.
Here it is. You won't regret it.
I'm not ready for it yet.
Then go and brush up. And no slacking. Did you hear that noise last night? What was that?
A couple of drunks was sitting outside the store. They were celebrating something. It woke me up too.
Ah,
Keep close to the others. It's not safe here.
my young apprentice said there was some sort of commotion when I wasn't here.
Aye, there was.
Well, aren't you going to tell me what happened?
There was some folks from Nymburk here. They said you owe them money.
Ah, and what did you tell them?
I said they've got the wrong shop.
You did well. So they left?
Unfortunately, we got into a bit of a scuffle. One of them tried to reach over the counter, and that young apprentice bumped into him a bit. But it wasn't too bad in the end. Almost nothing happened.
Almost.
One of them, this tall blonde fella, wouldn't leave it be and grabbed at me, so I broke one of his arms.
What? This will end in trouble.
Well, I had to do something, didn't I?
Gracious me. Next time I leave, you're coming with me.
What? You mean as punishment?
No. I'll be going to Nymburk, and I'd like to return with both my arms attached.
About the guild trial.
Yes?
I'm ready.
Great. But I'm afraid we're not. It will take some time to get things ready. We'll meet tomorrow at noon below the astronomical clock on the square. I'll take you to the guild forge, where the trial will take place. And one more thing. If you'd like, you can wait for the trial here. Just say the word. But first, I reckon you should take a look in that handbook.
I'd like to wait here for the trial.
Very well then. We have plenty of room.
Should we get going?
I believe it's high time. Don't even bother looking at that old clock of ours. It's been stuck for 30 years. It seems all the other masters are looking forward to what Frisky's son can do. You'd better make a good impression. Come now. guild forge isn't far. We'll just pass through the lower market and we're there. Did you get a chance to study the handbook?
Of course.
Mind if I test your knowledge a bit along the way? What's the final step before a workpiece
Careful.
is finished?
For you.
Quenching, of course.
Excellent. A workpiece has to be quenched and cooled for it to become hardened. I have one more question for you. How can you tell you're making progress while forging?
The workpiece changes shape.
That's right. The longer you forge, the closer your
Excuse me.
workpiece resembles the finished product. Wonderful. It seems you really did prepare. I reckon the others have a lot to look forward to. A good blacksmith should never stop learning. That too is important to our guild. I have a number of designs in my armor smithy that I collected on my travels throughout the kingdom. It's quite a unique collection, and the best part is, I'm happy to share it with others.
It's not
Stop
today.
by any time. Learn to make something new. Your customers will surely appreciate it, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Your trial still awaits. Just a little further now.
Be careful. It's not safe here.
Henry, are you ready?
I reckon
Henry,
he's too
are you
young.
ready?
Ready? We can begin.
Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmiths Guild, let me introduce the newest adept of the Master's Trial, Henry of Skalitz.
So, this is old Frisky's lad. I can hardly believe it.
Aber I do not see much of a resemblance.
Vielleicht ein wenig.
I do not see it.
Aye, aye, frisky here, frisky there. All that talk about not taking in outsiders, and now you've gone and flipped it all around.
Martin was a good bloke and an excellent swordsmith. If Henry here is anything like him, he'd be a welcome addition to the guild.
Genau, genau.
Look, I didn't know this frisky fella of yours. I'm more interested to see what the lad can do than who his pa was.
We'll see what he can do shortly. Just to be clear, let me repeat what the trial entails. In the first part, the verbal examination, he will receive 3 questions. He must answer all 3 of them correctly in order to pass. If he makes a single mistake, this part of the exam is considered failed, and he won't get a chance to correct himself. After the verbal examination comes the practical one, where our adept skills will be tested.
And if he is successful, he'll become one of us.
Let's begin with the first part of the trial. Who would like to ask Henry the first question?
Say, Heinrich, how can you tell you have made progress on your workpiece?
By the shape.
That's right.
Correct.
Let's move on to the second.
Tell me, mein Anhänger, what is the Farbe of an correct heated workpiece?
Straw yellow.
That's correct.
Wunderbar.
Last question.
I'd like to ask Henry if sparks while forging are a good or bad sign.
That depends. When you're hammering the piece, it's a good sign. But when you're heating it up, it's a bad one.
Correct?
I knew you wouldn't be fooled.
You answered all 3 questions correctly. Now, just to complete the practical exam, Henry, your task will be to forge a guild sword right in front of our eyes. Here's the design for it, as well as the materials. I'm sure you know what to do with them.
Viel Glück. Let's see what you can do, young Frisky.
Let's see, then.
It looks like the lad has a firm grip.
Genau.
Komm schon.
Take a look at that.
Konzentrieren.
Uff.
Well, I've got half finished.
It's going well so far. Keep going.
Let's see then.
Stärker.
Just like Martin.
Jetzt vorsichtig.
All done?
Let's see what you made. My. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Fantastic work, Henry. This sword is a piece of art. I'm glad you didn't disappoint. Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmith's Guild, Henry of Skalitz has successfully completed the trial. Let us head for the guild hall for the acceptance ceremony. After successfully fulfilling all requirements, I'm proud to announce our guild has grown by a new member. Approach Henry of Skalitz. Kneel. Swear for the first time on your honor and by God Almighty that you will defend the interests of the Blacksmiths Guild of Kuttenberg.
I swear.
Swear for the second time that you will protect all secrets entrusted to you by the Guild.
I swear.
And swear for the third time that you will always act honestly and God-fearingly to spread the esteem of our guild among the people.
I swear.
Now hang your guild sword next to those of the other masters. Go on,
stalling.
hang up that sword. Welcome to the guild, Henry. It's now up to you to say a few words.
I'm following in my father's footsteps. Even as a lad, when I watched him by the forge, I wanted to be just like him. A real master blacksmith. Today, thanks to you, my dream has come true. And here in Kuttenberg, where Pa spent the best years of his life, I like to think he'd be proud of me.
He would be, without a doubt. In any case, from this day forward, Henry is to take over Skoda's forge and repair it. He therefore acquires the right to use it with one obligation, and that is the accommodation of the widow Magdalena. The guild grants her jointure after the death of her husband. That will be your responsibility now, Henry.
That won't be for much longer anyway.
She's a kind woman. I'll be happy to help her.
We'll see about that, once she goes poking her nose into everything at the forge.
It sounds like you have your work cut out for you, Henry. But like all hard work, the results will surely be worth it. The ceremony is now over.
To do sorting out the shipments.
What are you still waiting for?
Who's that creepy? What are you messing around with that door for, eh? Huh? So, it's you.
My respect.
It looks like someone comes here to pray. It reminds me of the Valdensians. Heel!
I apologize.
Keep close to the other. It's not safe.
Mats!
I'm sorry.
close to the others. Are you whistling at me?
Heal! Come here! Mutt!
You shouldn't be walking around by yourself.
Mutt! Heal! Good news. I gained the right to use the forge.
Wonderful. Finally, we can make some progress here. Oh, I'm just worried that once you see the mess inside, you'll turn on your heel and run.
I'll never run away again. From anyone or anything.
I see you have a sense of duty. I like that. Anyway, the house will have to be cleared out first before you can do anything else. The forge, as well as the floor above. Clear the rubble, put it in sacks, take it outside to the wagon, pick up the things laying around, sweep the floors. There's much to do, and I'm afraid I won't be of much help. My back isn't what it used to be. One bad move and I'll stay hunched over like an old crone.
I'm sure I can manage.
I hope so. Looks like you have some strong hands, and that you're not all thumbs. But first, you'll have to get inside. The entrance from the street is blocked. A beam collapsed.
I'll figure it out. I'll have to open this gate from the other side. You've got to be kidding me. Whew. Oh, Christ, that's heavy.
My lord, it's even worse than I thought in here.
You shouldn't be out here alone like this. Awful things have been happening here.
Lugging sacks really never gets old. Whew. Ugh. Whew. Some of this is bound to come in handy. Ah, come on.
Those sure look
One
heavy.
sack after another. Looking better already. I wonder what's in store for me here. This looks like it was an apprentice's room. Whew.
Carrying those heavy sacks up and down the stairs. I couldn't handle it.
I reckon I can still use these materials. What's this? It has Martin's mark on it. I'll have to ask Magdalena.
Henry? Come here. My word, you really are a handy lad. And hard-working too. I like to see that. You see this, Skoda? Your forge is finally in good hands.
I found this. The mark Martin used to use is on it. Do you know what it could be?
Aye, that looks like one of the sketches for that grand project of theirs. They always met up in the evenings after work. All hush-hush, and over something so silly, no less.
Why did they meet up?
Because of the broken astronomical clock on the Rathaus Tower. Back then, the city officials decided they wanted it fixed, so they asked the masters of the guild to propose a solution. Your pa got all excited about it, then got my old Skoda involved, along with that other apprentice that was here. What was his name? Such a timid, quiet lad. Sakra. Oh, I can't recall, but I remember they did some work on it, but the city ended up changing its mind.
They blew it off?
Not at all. They brought in some Italians, all the way from Padua or whatever it's called. And how do you think that turned out?
They fixed it?
They made a right mess of it. It was a terrible disgrace. The Italians ended up running off along with the money. There was no money left for the repairs, and there still isn't. So the clock is still broken. I remember when it still used to chime. But what can you do? Better to discuss what you want to do with this place.
I want to spruce this whole place up.
All right, then. Come, I'll show you something. This was Skoda's table. He was always sketching something, planning repairs. He could stand here for hours. It was his favourite spot. And now, it's yours.
It's an honor.
I think there's just one thing left to do. You have to put up a shop sign. So your customers know where to go, right? Have a look at the plans here. Good work, Henry. I didn't think I'd see this fire going ever again.
We'll get this place up and running again.
Now that you're officially open, why don't you forge something for me?
What do you need?
Nothing difficult. My old axe broke. It served me for many years, even after he died. Only now it's all worn down and crooked, so it's not good for chopping.
Why didn't you get a new one in all those years? Someone from the guild would surely be happy to make you one. Probably for free.
I don't need their charity. Besides, if you're even half as talented as your pa was, this should be child's play to you, no?
Of course. You can count on me.
And don't forget to sharpen it too. I can't chop with a dull axe. I hate sleeping.
That's that.
Christ! What did you roll around in?
Sorry. I'll go and take a bath right away. That's more like it. This is sharp enough as it is. I have that axe you wanted.
Wonderful. Let's see. My word. This is really great work, Henry. Your customers will be tripping over each other to buy your products. Just be warned. People here in the city care more about the quality of work than in the countryside. If something is shoddy, they'll notice it right away. So, if you mess up a piece while forging and it ends up being low quality, it's best to just make a new one. All right?
All right.
Word will spread soon enough that locals don't have to go to the city to have something forged. And you'll have your first customers. Everyone around here knows me, so sometimes they might come to me with orders. I did the same for my husband back then. Does that work for you?
Do I have any choice in the matter?
No.
As long as it doesn't bother you.
Why would it? On the contrary, I'm glad. I'll help out around the house, and I'll be happy to help with this too. I don't get out much, so I have all the time in the world. Oh, and one more important thing. You can also sell pieces you forge on your own, without anyone ordering them. There's a storeroom past the left door under the archway on the street, where you'll find a chest you can put products in, and I'll do my best to sell them. Here's the key to the chest. I'll hold onto the money for the products for you, so feel free to ask any time.
Where did you say the chest is?
In the storeroom. It's the left door beneath the archway. You can't miss it.
You've taken on quite the workload, Magdalena.
I don't mind. All the movement keeps me young. In the meantime, you can focus on getting in good with the guild.
What do you mean, getting good?
The guildmasters are an eclectic bunch. They all like different things. It would be best if you try to be on good terms with everyone. They'll appreciate you, and you'll forge all the more. For example, Boris of Brod loves nothing more than rolling dice. If you offer him a game at the Guildhall, I'm sure he won't refuse. He used to be one of your pa's best friends. He might even tell you about some of their misadventures.
I'm not sure I want to know.
Oh, yes, you do. Don't lie to yourself. Farewell.
How's trade?
Nothing sold yet. Try stopping by tomorrow.
I noticed your brooch. It's really lovely.
It's a nightingale. Shkoda made it for me for our first anniversary. I used to sing while I worked. And he'd always say, "My little nightingale."
It's a real masterwork.
It's mainly a keepsake now. Not much of his is left. Just that old axe. And an axe doesn't make the best love token.
I'd like to know more about your husband.
What would you like to know?
How did he become a guild master?
Not long after our wedding, he passed the guild exam. He was even offered a choice of 2 forges. There were 2 vacant ones. One in town, in the Merchant's Quarter, where young Matthias is now, and this one. Everyone was surprised he chose this place. But we figured there'd be more space here. And we were right. People didn't mind walking outside the walls once they saw the big, fine smithy we built here. As our smithy prospered, Shkoda's influence grew, not just in the guild. He even talked about standing for a seat on the council. But he didn't live to see it.
How many journeymen did he train here?
Well, not all that many, to be honest. He started with some lad called Yanaba from Petch. But the boy couldn't take Shkoda's high standards and left. My husband was a strict man. I can't remember a single apprentice who stayed longer than 6 months. Your father was an exception. Him and the Fly. The 2 of them stayed together here 2 whole years. Right to the end. That says something about their skill. They were just fine smiths. and Skoda held them in high regard.
What happened after he died?
It's all a bit of a blur. I don't really remember that time too well. It all happened so quickly. He fell ill, took to bed, and 3 days later we were laying him out. Suddenly the smithy was full of people. The guildmasters arranged the funeral, the councillors came to offer condolences. The journeyman disappeared without a word. I went to my sister's for a time, and while I was away the roof caught fire. And the rest you know. I was left here all on my own.
Would you tell me something about Martin?
Gladly. What would you like to know?
What was Martin like when he was young?
He was a well-mannered boy. I didn't know him outside the forge, but by all accounts he was quite a rascal. Word was, he never missed a chance for mischief. He was always betting on something. Even tried it on with my Skoda. He eventually talked him into a wager. I don't even remember what for. That he'd leap the brook down on Bach. He took a long pole and said he'd vault right over. It seemed like a clever idea, but the pole snapped in two, and poor Martin plunged straight into the water. Skoda called him Frisky from that day on.
How was he at the trade?
Better than good. He wasn't a complete beginner when he came. He'd trained under another master first. I can't recall where from. I think he brought a few sketches with him, which he showed Skoda, and the two of them tried to work something out. He wanted to become a swordsmith, and it showed. He really cared about mastering the craft. He spent a lot of time at it. My husband praised him for being able to think for himself from the very beginning. And he didn't hand out praise lightly, let me tell you that.
How did you get along with Martin?
He was no trouble. Ate whatever I cooked, helped out now and then when it was needed. He was a bit like a son to me, really. Although he never wanted to talk about his family, where he was born, where he came from. No one could get it out of him.
Why did he end up leaving Kuttenberg when things were going so well for him here?
If only I knew. One day he was still here, comforting me, saying everything would be all right. And the next day, he was gone. Didn't even take his things. I asked after him at the guild, but no one wanted to say anything. I often wondered if he'd got himself into trouble somehow. But I never did find out what it might have been. And I doubt we ever will.
How's trade?
Nothing so. Farewell. And maybe wash up a bit, so you don't... Scare people.